Hello students, this is Dr. Praveen Tripathi and with me is the legend himself, Dr. Gobind Rai Garg sir.
Hello everyone.
So students, this video is for the students who would be appearing for June 2026 FMGE exam. We recently got the results of January 26 FMGE exam. We learned some lessons from the test, from the result and what students told us, and we have combined everything to tell you what is working and what mistakes you have to avoid. So Gobind sir, there were some clear lessons from the recent exam, sir. First of all, these 2 points, sir. The FMG examination has changed significantly, sir, in the last 3-4 years. From one-liners to significantly longer clinical question, deeper question. So, sir, the older ways of studying are no longer working.
Yes.
So, one of the biggest thing that we can take away from this exam is it is clinical.
Yes, definitely. So students, please keep in mind that the days are gone when the questions were one-liners and you just rectify the PYQs and pass the exam. So nowadays, for clearing the exam, you require a conceptual understanding. And if you have good concepts, then it will become easier for you.
So as I said, rote memorization is not going to work. That is a given, right? Secondly, students, the questions that are being asked are testing the deeper understanding of the subject. If you read anything once, it is not going to help you. We have to go into the examination hall with at least 3 revisions. Hoga sir, couple of years back, students used to leave certain subjects. 2-3 छोड़ दो क्या हो जाएगा? Sir, that is not working at all.
Yes, definitely. So this time also, many students talk to me that I have been stuck at 146, 148, and when I talk to them in detail, we came to know that they have left 2 or 3 subjects totally. That के यार 2-3 ही तो छोड़े थे sir. But that will matter because questions are getting little difficult, and if you leave some subjects, you are directly leaving around 20-30 questions.
Right.
So had you done that subject, maybe you get 5-6 correct out of them, you will pass. So don't leave any subject.
Even from the subject of psychiatry, sir, 14 questions came in the exam. 14, I mean, I was myself surprised कि psychiatry से 14 कैसे आ गए. So you can't leave any subject, students. PYQs, we always say PYQs are important. That holds true even today. But Goga sir, PYQs are being reformulated.
Yes. So they are typically justifying my saying के पूजा हो जाता है वाला. So the student seems that the question is same like last year, but they change some of the words so that the answer changes. So the student think that it is a PYQ, they mark the same answer and it got wrong. Right. So that's why question को बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ना है, पूजा नहीं करवाना है.
And apart from this thing, they are also making single liners as 2-3 liners.
Yes.
That is also what we are calling as reformulation. So MCQ solving skills need to be better. Goga sir always say that finally, no matter how much theory you read, finally on the day of the examination, you have to solve MCQ. So that has to be extremely important. Goga sir, I talked to multiple students after the exam who had not cleared the exam. Sir, all of them made at least one of these mistakes. One was started preparation very late. And this often happens with the repeaters. Say today you could not pass the exam unfortunately, and now you think that you can take a break of 2-3 months or you're not feeling like studying. Finally, 2 months before the examination you start. Now gone are the days when you could just memorize everything and pass the exam. You need to have a deeper knowledge, and so preparation for at least 5 months or 4.5 months is extremely important. You can't make this mistake. Goga sir, you always talk about this lack of discipline.
Yes. That is the main reason most of the students start well and after 1 month, maybe 1.5 months, lack that discipline, and then they start wasting time, and again at the last 15 days they come to know we have the exam, again they give a boost, but that will not work. So important thing is to regularly, consistently study.
Right. And then you get disappointed that I studied for the last month, फिर से नहीं हुआ. अरे last month पढ़ने के नहीं होगा. You have to give 4 months, 4.5 months, 5 months, only then you are going to clear the exam. This we have already covered. Superficial knowledge, just memorizing the older PYQs is no longer working. This also we just talked about. Revisions are a must. We have to create a system where we complete the course and do at least 3 revisions. Only then you would be able to remember stuff in the exam. Goga sir, this has been a perennial problem. Avoiding doing PYQs, avoiding doing GTC, number खराब ना आ जाए, what will happen? Sir, what is our advice?
So according to me, this is one single most important reason the student is not able to clear the exam. In spite of having a good knowledge, still many students are not able to clear. They stuck at 140, 135, 145 like that because they do not have enough practice of MCQs.
Right.
आपको theory कितनी भी अच्छी आती है, but if you are not able to answer the exam question correctly in the exam, that all will become waste. तो MCQ करने से ही MCQ आंसर कर पाओगे. You will come to know that this line, this word is important, so the answer will become this. Had this been framed like this, then answer would have been this. So that will come only when you practice MCQs. Number one, so MCQ practice is very, very important. You have to do. And second, which is even bigger problem, is not giving GTs. Just thinking that I will get less marks, I will get disappointed, my study may suffer. So important thing is, whatever mistakes you make in GT, they will be in your brain that here I am making a mistake. If similar question is asked in the actual exam, you will never make that mistake. So by not giving GT, you are avoiding those marks because you will make those mistakes in the actual exam. So that will be a bigger mistake. So do not avoid giving GTs. Start giving GTs as early as possible.
Perfectly said, sir. All right. Now we'll come to the Mission 200 Plus program, the Cerebellum's flagship program for the FMG student. Again, we had stupendous result. This was our sixth batch, sir?
Yes.
Sixth batch. So again, the number of students who got 200 plus marks, I think around 80, 90 or 100 students got 200 plus marks. The pass rate was significantly higher than the national pass rate. And we were just thinking, what exactly in the Mission 200 Plus is working? So I think this is the biggest advantage of Mission 200 Plus program. It follows a very structured approach. If, for example, we would be starting our final batch from 8th of February. Now, when we make a schedule, we have this thing in mind that when do we complete our first set of classes, when do we start with the first revision, when do we do the second revision. So we follow a very structured approach that ensures that we have at least 3 revisions. Following this structure perhaps has been the biggest reason for the success of Mission 200 Plus program. Kuga sir, you interviewed many students. Almost all of them said that they attended the classes live. Why? What is exactly about live classes is so great, sir?
So that's the most important thing, because the student is sticking to a particular schedule. That is one most important thing, because the class is going on live. So students see that the teacher is working so hard. Why should not I? So they follow the schedule, they study. And plus, most important thing is, with the live classes, they are able to do whatever is necessary in front of the teacher. They're going to ask their doubts also. So everything will be solved at that moment. And within 3 or 4 days, one subject will be over. If the students start studying from the videos, recorded videos, so instead of taking 4 days, they may take 6 or 7 days. So in the end, many subjects are left. So the major advantage of live is you are able to complete this subject within the stipulated time.
Right. And it also gives a good kind of FOMO. Right? When you are studying live and say you have this desire to scroll reels or watch YouTube videos, you know that if you get distracted and spend time on social media, whatever the teacher is teaching, that is gone. You know you would never get time to revise it or review it again because tomorrow there is another class. So discipline is forced upon you. That works wonders. We have a 3 lap approach. Lap 1 is all about building concepts, covering things more comprehensively. So this focus of the lap 1 on covering everything in a conceptual way works very well. At the same time, we have lap 2 and lap 3, which ensures revisions. So concept building, concising of the course, revision of the course, everything follows nicely when we are following these 3 laps. Goga sir, you insist that everybody do late night PYQ daily from the day 1. Why such focus on late night PYQ, sir?
So basically, the important thing is when a student has to do PYQs, because these are the most important thing around which the questions are being asked. Right. So you cannot go into the exam without doing all the PYQs or last 5-7 years PYQs. So many of the students, what they do, they think that yes, let me complete the syllabus first, then I will start doing PYQs. And many of them in this manner are not able to complete PYQs. They leave the PYQs at all. The most important thing has been left. So that's why we have generated the late night PYQs, so that you get the habit of doing the PYQs daily. And that too, not only of FMG, but the related questions of NEET as well as INACT, so that you have a strong grasp on the PYQs at least.
And you also know what kind of questions are being asked from the day 1. So even while revising, you are better aware of what things you have to focus upon. If you watch the videos of the interviews that we took from students, I think 70% of them said that the ENDs are a game changer. Why are they a game changer? They tell you how to approach an MCQ. Even if you do not know the answer completely, making intelligent guesses, approaching a question, ruling out certain options, all these things are covered in the test and discussion, or what we call as exam and discussion. So They work very well, and they are one of the reasons why Mission 200 plus students get such great results. Goga sir, what is marathon FMGE or the lab 3?
So basically, after the 2 revisions, first the lap 1, then the lap 2, now there are only 12 days left for the actual exam. So now the student gets stuck. Okay, I have studied so much how to compile them together. So how to do everything in last 7-10 days, because the revision which is done at the last moment is more likely to be reproduced in the exam.
Correct.
Plus, so that's why we have started with this marathon classes, in which there will be, again, teacher will come live, and within 7 days the teacher will complete all these subjects. Every subject will be completed live. So 8 to 10 hours classes a day, and that will complete everything right from the beginning.
Also, for those students who tend to become very anxious in the last days, who are not able to revise on their own, this comes as a lifesaver, because now you have to sit in the class, just listen to the teacher. GTs, we always say our GTs have been framed in such a way that we don't want to impress you. What we want to do is we want to give you a realistic taste of how the exam looks like. We always have 3 mock GTs before the exam. And if you talk to your seniors who are a part of Cerebellum, they will tell you that their final score was very close to one of the mock GTs, right?
So actually, I had taken only 4 interviews this time because of little busy schedule. But out of that, 3 students had exactly same actual score as the last mock, and one has 2 marks difference only.
So that shows that our GTs have been very close to the actual exam, and this has been going on for 3 years now. This is something that we love saying, that any entrance exam preparation comes with ups and downs. Nobody in the world can say that they study at their peak all the days. There would be ups and downs, you would have disappointments, you would have good days. But if you do not give up, if you take the preparation to the last day, half the battle is won. In your case, I think the exam is on 27th of June. Promise this thing to yourself that till 26th June, no matter what happens, no matter how many ups and downs happen to you, you would not quit studying. There would be good days, there would be bad days, but there would be no quitting. If you can do that, believe you me, 50% of the game is already won there.
So basically, you need to become the MSD of the FMG entrance exam. So you have to take the match till the last ball. There will be some difficult balls, there will be some Yorkers, some bouncers. You need to stop them. And there will be some loose balls where you need to hit boundaries.
And I think that the data says that when Dhoni kept on playing to the last ball, I think India won 80% of the matches.
Most of the time, yeah.
Alright, so Mission 200 plus schedule, Goga sir already said, Lab 1 includes more comprehensive, more conceptual lectures. And along with that, we have our tests and discussions that we call as E and Ds, exam and discussion. Lab 2 again have live classes. These are also live classes, revision classes this time. Again, we have live tests and discussions, live E and Ds. And Lab 3, again, marathon live classes. So we strongly recommend that you do all these sessions in a live manner. It brings discipline. But if you are in a country where the time is not matching, you are in a different time zone, all these lectures are recorded and they are put in the app next day. So you can also see the recorded versions, but that should be the plan B. Plan A should always be to cover everything in the live sessions. So this is our Mission 200 Plus Lab 1 schedule. So we are starting from here. Here a new batch will start. From 8th of February, we are starting with a new batch, and it will go till around 12th of May. So around 90 days, we'll have our first batch. 8th Feb, starting with the Vivek Jain sir, one of the legends of our field, and all the 19 subjects would be covered. If you look at the schedule, the bigger subjects are given 5 to 6 days. The smaller subjects are given 2 to 3 days. And this is the E&D that we have been talking about, exam and discussion or test and discussion. So shorter subjects like ortho, dermat, 1 or 2 days. If we look at medicine, 7 or 8 or 9 days. Similarly, surgery have been given more days. So on and so forth. And finally, we complete everything on 12th of May.
So guys, please keep in mind that this will be the last batch we will be starting.
Yeah.
So after that, if any student join, they need to do the recorded videos of the previous lectures. So till this time, everything will be repeated.
Yeah. So after 8th of Feb, all 19 subjects will be repeated. But if you join after it, then some subjects you'll have to see in the recorded manner. So this is your last chance to enter into Mission 200 Plus. Lab 2, again, we usually have 30 to 35 days from May 12th to June 15th. A single day class or 2-day class along with the E&Ds. And then from June 16th to June 23rd, lab 3 or marathon FMG, and finally you get 3-4 days for your own revision. We also have a last class. So this is the broad schedule which would be followed. When you take subscription of Mission 200 Plus, it's not only the live classes that you get, but you also get main videos, you also get quick revision videos, and our main videos and quick revision videos are in both English and English except for medicine. Kuka sir, if we are doing such comprehensive mission classes, where do a student find the need to do main videos?
So definitely there will be, while doing the mission classes, you will find that some topic you need to study in little more detail. Like you are not that thorough in the mission class, because mission classes obviously will be time limited classes. Main videos are very detailed videos. So wherever you find that this is an important topic and you need to study little more, do not hesitate, go to the main video, see that topic. So important thing is you should not hesitate from seeing the main video, but do not try to see all the main videos because time is not that much. So in every subject, I will recommend to see maybe half an hour, 1 hour of main videos, not more than that.
So last line is very important. Follow it topic wise. Wherever you are struggling more and more, maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hour, usually you would not require it because mission classes are comprehensive enough. Late night PYQs we have talked about. QBank you get access to, but we usually say that follow late night PYQs and ENDs and GTs more because they are more high yield. Flashcards is a new thing. So what we are doing is in flashcards, we are saying that you get the option of active recall and spaced repetition. Basically, these two principles are known to improve the score of students by almost 20%. So say today you did psychiatry, go to the flashcard section of the app, choose psychiatry, choose the topics that you did, and do a flashcard session, right? So what it will do, it will help you revise in an active manner. What is active recall? I often give this example that if I ask you which antipsychotic causes a granulocytosis, and I give you options of clozapine, haloperidol, ziprasidone, risperidone, maybe many of you would say clozapine immediately. But if I remove those options and I just ask you the antipsychotic that can cause a granulocytosis is, and now if you have to remember on your own, that strengthens the memory. So in flashcard, on one side you would be given such a question, then you click on show answer, it will flip and it will show you the answer. So this is active recall. And what is spaced repetition? So things that you are not able to remember easily, you choose that option, they would be shown you more frequently in the form of flashcards. Another good thing is, say you did psychiatry today, 10 days later you are doing pharmacology. But when you open the flashcard section, some cards from psychiatry would also show up. So students often have this problem that I study one subject, then I forget it. This approach does not let you forget because the same card keeps on coming again and again after every few days. So that's a big advantage of flashcards.
So we will recommend you to do the flashcard on a daily basis. Maybe in the beginning, you can have a 20-minute session, 50 flashcards. And as the time progresses, you may make it 2 sessions of 20 minutes.
So 20-20 approach, we say 20 in the afternoon, 20 at night. And usually 100 cards are done in this much of time. This question, sir, I think we should remove from the slides now.
Yes. No.
Yes, but still, please answer, sir.
It's a big yes. 200 plus is more than enough. And as the name tells, 200 plus, those students who have religiously followed it and done the revisions and everything with the mission, they have got 200 plus.
Maybe you can name it 225 plus now, sir. Even that so many students are getting 225.
Yes. So 200 plus is more than enough. You don't need to think at all. So if you follow the program religiously, blindly, without using your own brain, you will get 200 plus.
I have studied some subjects from another platform, how to still use Mission 200 plus.
So one thing I will still recommend that whatever platform you may have followed earlier, you should try to follow the mission program. That will be the best thing. But if you still feel that do not want to change that, so you can do the notes portion of that subject from the earlier source, but must attend the live END. So you cannot skip live END of any subject at all.
I totally agree with sir. Content remains the same. Even if you have done from somewhere, when you sit in the class, you would still be revising it only. So there is no need to not do it, and ENDs are a must. Your scores are stuck in 130s and 140s. How to improve? Before how to improve, you have to answer why. Why are you stuck in 130, 140? We had a complete slide. We had a separate slide for this thing. First of all, ask yourself, out of those 5-6 points, which one is applicable for you, and then solve it. My guess is, if you have been stuck on these scores for quite some time, you are making the first mistake. You are still trying to do things superficially, which used to work 5 years back, but doesn't work anymore. Do mission classes, understand concepts, and you will see you would jump from 130 to 190 or 200.
So recently the exam has been concluded. I have been talking more to those students who have not been able to clear the exam rather than the students who have passed, because those students who have passed, I have just answered congratulations, the thing is over. But those who have not passed, I constant in touch. So I have talked to around 40 to 50 students till now, and in most of them 3 or 4 mistakes I have found. Number one, many of them, they have not completed all the subjects. They have done only 13-14 subjects ke baki se chal jayega. That is a big mistake. You cannot do that. Second bigger mistake is they doing very superficially, relying on very, very short courses like rapid revision from some place, or maybe older notes, just see them. So superficial knowledge is not going to work now. Number 3 is not solving enough MCQs. Okay? So many of the students, they have not done even PYQs, or some have done only PYQs and nothing else. Okay? So you need to do questions regularly, regular basis. Number 4, and the most important, which I say, is lacking GTs. They are not appearing for GTs at all, or very few. Like some students saying, I had appeared for 3 GTs. 3 is not enough. Right. So you have to appear for 10 to 15 GTs minimum. So GTs will train your brain to think again and again, settle and think calmly even after 2.5 hours. So then your scores will start improving.
100%. As sir said, one of these would be your why, and when you solve your why, your problem gets solved. I am doing internship. Is it possible to crack the exam with the internship? So many students who are in China or Ukraine or Russia or Kazakhstan, they have followed Mission 200 Plus program with their internship. For some of them, there was a time gap. So what they would do, they would follow the schedule, but rather than watching classes live, they would do the recorded classes. But still, they were very regular with the schedule, and they were completing the subjects as they were being completed in the mission program. So 100% a resounding yes. If you even look at the interviews that we have taken, a large number of students are now saying that they cracked the exam in the first attempt. They are the students who started with the internship. So the evidence is very clear. Students who are doing it with the internship are still cracking it. So 100% yes. Goga sir has talked about it multiple times. We would not repeat it. Just one thing, GTs are not only for your assessment, they are for your preparation. You get to know what questions are important, and you also get a feel of how you respond when you're in the exam situation. So it's a practice. It's a very important practice. Which notes to follow along with Mission 200 Plus?
So we recommend usually the quick revision notes. But if you want more active recall and you are a person who like to write more, you can use Mission workbooks also.
So our recommendation is quick revision notes, but workbook works equally well, depends upon your style of studying. Flashcards we have already talked about. So as Goga sir rightly said, the last chance to get into the Mission program is on 8th of Feb when Vivek sir will start with his PSM. After that, you will have to do the recorded lecture. So you will still have 4 or 5 days. If you were disappointed, we can understand. But now let the bygones be bygones. Jo ho chuka hai, so ho chuka hai. Let us think about our mistake. Let us follow a plan and let us crack it this time. And if you're not a subscriber of Cerebellum, go to cerebellumacademy.com. Look at the plans, online plans. You will find Mission 200 Plus there, and you can subscribe to it. You can also use the coupon code Cerebellum and you would get some discount. So students, this is basically something that we have been saying, kind of the similar things for last 2.5, 3 years. There are 2 types of students. One who understand what works and who follow it and finally end up with great results. Second, who keep on getting doubts ki ye yahan se kar loon, ye wahan se kar loon, ye kya kar loon, and finally they end up wasting time. Trust on the program that has been delivering consistently. Follow the schedule blindly. And believe you me, there is no reason why you would not get at least a score of 200.
So the same thing I will repeat, just believe yourself and believe us. Keep on revising, keep on following the schedule. No need to see here and there. When this has given results to thousands of students, why it will not give to you? The only important thing is you need to follow it. And you will definitely do it. All the best.
All the best.